Good day, I am Ramir Eduave Manipel. I will present my paper entitled The Moral Coherence of Miracles. In this discussion, I will engage the philosophical insights of C.S. Lewis together with the theological tradition of St. Albert the Great, Doctor of the Church, and the lived witness of St. Pedro Calungsod, whose recognized miracle gives a concrete example of divine action in human history. So, the problem of miracles asks whether divine intervention contradicts reason and natural law. This paper argues that miracles are not a violation of nature, but expression of a deeper order revealing divine goodness and participating in a greater purpose. Philosophers like David Hume argue that miracles are irrational because they go against consistent human experience. However, Lewis responds that miracles are not contradiction, but events that reveal deeper truths about reality. So for my supporting arguments, first, miracles do not violate natural laws, but introduce a higher form of action. Natural laws describe how things usually happen, but they do not prevent something new from entering the situation. Second, divine action goes beyond natural processes. While nature follows its patterns, God, as the source of everything, can act in ways that go beyond these patterns. Third, miracles function as a meaningful signs. They are not random events, but moments that reveal God's presence and purpose. Their rarity gives them deeper meaning. Okay, so that is for the supporting points. Now, let us listen for some three objections that go against with the first supporting points until the third. First, miracles seems to violate natural laws. Second, miracle claims depend on unreliable human testimony. And third, miracles raise a moral problem about why God acts only in certain situations. So that are the objections. Now let us proceed to the responses to the objections with examples. First is that natural laws describe regular patterns, but remember this, they do not limit everything that can happen. For example, in the canonization of St. Pedro Calungsod, a healing was recognized that could not be explained by medical science. This does not destroy natural law, but shows that God can act beyond ordinary processes. Second answer to the objection. Although miracles rely on testimony, much of what we know, especially history, also depends on trustworthy witnesses. The miracle connected to St. Pedro Calungsod was carefully examined by both medical experts and the Church. This shows that testimony can be tested, evaluated, and reasonably accepted, not simply believed blindly. And third response is that miracles are not meant to remove all suffering, but to serve as signs of deeper meaning. In the case of St. Pedro Calungsod, the miracle points to God's presence and invites faith, rather than solving every human problem. This shows that miracles are not purposeful and meaningful, not random and fair. For the key insights is that first, the debate about miracles depends on how we understand the reality, whether it is open to something beyond the physical world. Second, miracles are signs with meaning, not just extraordinary events. Third, they reveal the limits of purely scientific explanations, inviting deeper reflection. In conclusion, miracles are philosophically reasonable within a belief in God. They do not oppose reason, but instead bring together natural law, divine action, and moral meaning. For my application is that this shows that science and religion can coexist. Second, it encouraged careful and thoughtful faith, avoiding both blind belief and total skepticism. And third, it invites us to reflect on human purpose and a deep reality beyond the visible world. Therefore, miracles are not irrational interruptions, but meaningful signs that guide us toward a deeper understanding of truth and divine purpose. That's all, and thank you for staying with me.